What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So I'm making this video for the forums. I'm definitely going to post this on the forums. I hope Ubisoft sees it, community manager or somebody. It's very interesting what happened on Tuesday with the title update 3.0 when it went live. The day before, I grinded Skell credits, and the day of, I lost those Skell credits, well, a lot of them. And I want to talk about rollbacks and the team's inability to get a grip on important things like this when you have an always online game. And that's really the focus right here. I don't know if this team is learning as they go, but when you have someone like myself, I believe I had an 8-hour stream on Monday, and we all hung out. I was just grinding Skell credits because I knew I was going to need a lot of Skell credits for Maria's shop. As you see in this image here, I had gotten up to about 170,000 Skell credits. Now, as you can see with my high-end gear parts and elite gear parts, they were revamped in this next image. They were given back to me, so I'm selling them here actively right now. As I started this new live stream, I had about 100,000 Skell credits when I got back into the game on Tuesday. So I went from about 170 to 100,000, and I started reselling things, and that's where I got this second image from. As you can see, I still have less elite gear parts here, so I'm actively selling them. But my high-end gear parts, I actually got those back. So I don't know if I lost Skell credits or if they just rolled back a certain amount of things that didn't register, because I was actively out in the world getting Skell credits too before I came back to Erewhon and just sold a bunch of stuff in Maria's shop and called it a day at the end of my stream. But this is really for the Ubisoft team. Guys, I don't know why the Skell credits rolled back. I don't know if there was any type of other content I might have lost, but a lot of people in my community also hit me up and was like, yo, did anyone lose Skell credits? I lost Skell credits. This person lost Skell credits. It's kind of unacceptable on the day of a huge update when people are grinding to make sure they have an adequate enough of currency to purchase anything they need, that they all of a sudden lose that when they sign in, and then they have to sit there and resell this type of stuff. So that's one thing. Second thing, now moving forward, I know year one is over. Maybe Ubisoft's taking a deep breath, figuring out where they're going to move to next. But guys, you need to make an option to sell everything at once in these menus. I don't know why it's not here. Created a game that has this type of looter shooter purchasing selling type of mechanics, and yet people can't come in here. I have here 823 high-end gear parts, guys. I have 406 advanced gear parts, 252 elite gear parts. Do you really expect me to sit here and sell 823 high-end gear parts one at a time? This needs to be a priority for a game that requires currency to purchase things. And I mean, I just don't understand why this hasn't been done yet. This is the type of stuff that I feel like your programmers can go in and be able to manage in a week's time. I don't know, how long would it really take to add the option to mass sell these things? So that's I think that's a necessity at this point, especially after grinding all these credits and realizing, if you don't have a lot, but you have a lot of parts like this that you want to sell, if people have a lot of gold nuggets or jade, they want to come in here and sell it. That's a lot of downtime for someone just sitting here and just pressing spacebar. And to add insult to injury, you can't even hold spacebar and it keeps selling. You have to keep pressing it. You hold it once and then it stops. So you guys are the programmers over at Ubisoft Paris. You really need to get a grip on a lot of this shit and handle a lot of this shit better out the gate when you're programming this type of stuff and how it's going to act, because this is really bad. I would think any team, you don't even have to be a designer. I would just think anybody who's coding this stuff out in their engine or however it works, if you're sitting there in C++ and you're figuring out, all right, how are we going to do it where they have this item and they're able to sell it, or how are we going to make this functionality work where they get an item and they could sell it to the store, and however it all works. I would even think a programmer would sit there and say, well, we should actually make the functionality where they could kind of just click on that that item and sell the whole thing to the store in one shot. Like, how does a team of professionals not think of this stuff out the gate? And I'm pretty sure this is in the Division 2 with Massive's game. So it's not like, oh, this is out of the norm. It's the norm to mass sell things in games like this. So all across the board with a lot of the criticism that Ubisoft Paris has gotten, it's warranted, man. Little shit like this where you're grinding and you sign in the next day after a patch and all that grinding has been it evaporated, and or things were rolled back, so you sat here and you sold high-end gear parts for 30 minutes just holding spacebar over and over and over again, spacebar on PC to sell, or whatever it is on your console. And then the next day you get all those gear parts back and now you have to do it again. That's time wasted. So anyway, this is really for the developers out there. I really hope you can get a handle on this moving forward. It doesn't even matter with Breakpoint. A lot of videos like this that I make, it's really just moving forward at this point. If you're going to do it in Breakpoint, whatever, just don't make another game where you make all of these types of mistakes that add up to the point where people are just frustrated and have had enough. I hope a lot of this stuff can get fixed in Breakpoint, but if not, just moving forward, if you're going to do stuff like this, you have to make sure you think through the design of what you're creating, because in my opinion, outside of the rollbacks, which is a completely other team, I guess that's your team focusing on the back end and what's getting saved to database or whatnot, but even programmers who are implementing these types of mechanics, man, they got to think. You got to think through these problems, but what the hell do I know? I'm just some idiot on YouTube. So anyway, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did you sign in on Tuesday and realize that you were missing Skell credits like I was? I grinded there all day, and I think I started with like 30 or 40. I grinded all day. I got up to 170, and then when I signed in, I had 100. So I didn't lose them all, but there was some serious rollbacks when the game went live on Tuesday. So let me know if you had those issues. Let me know if you have any suggestions on how to make these mechanics better for the team or whatnot. Let me know down in the comments. Maybe a team member get a hold of this video, read it. Probably not. That's another thing that sucks. You have a whole audience that's in America or speaking English, and then you got a whole team that works in France and probably speaks French. Who knows the language barriers? This is a mess. Anyway, that's all for this video. I ranted enough. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. All right, guys. Peace.